Hello and welcome to another heads up. Just stretching a bit. We will fold this. Show some passiveness towards our opponent, so we should get paid off in the future. He replies in kinds, even though I wanted to see a flop with that hand. Same with this one. I do flop runner flush and runner straight, so yeah. No, I mean our hand is useless. We have one over. Even if we hit it, we don't know if we're good. We do have pocket sixes here, so that's good. And let's find out what he does. So he goes to 60. We'll just call. There's two overs. Could easily have an ace. He bets a lot, so I'm willing to give this up for now. We'll see what he... Nah, damn, should re-raise. We'll see what he does with the aggression he just showed in the future. He probably did have an ace, seeing that he just went to a lower amount. Flush could have gotten there. We just have ace high, which is still good apparently, but I mean, I'm not willing to bet on it. Ace jack, obviously really good hand. Still have two overs, so we will see bet here. And he does fold. Means the very first time we see bet, so... And against 60. He does vary it. I mean, it's not an idiot that just goes to 60 standard. So he just varies his bet sizing depending on his hand. As you can see, he just went to 100. Really dangerous board, especially now. It will probably be checked out. And he just hit a 6, wow. Dominated and hitting, not bad. 5-3, so we flop an open-ender, which we will be betting. I mean, the ace actually makes our hand, so hope he has an ace, like ace 4. Nah, he gives up. The ace is probably the worst of the two that could come, because it is also a scare card. There's also a decent card for me to bluff on though, so... let's raise it up, we do have an ace here. Let's just call. Assume he has a jack here, seeing that he is willing to do things. And he folds there. So yeah, he just showed aggression, but we did have it. And then when we did call him, he finally decided to give up. Try to go for value, but I will call once with a3. Whoa, what a flop. No thank you. Especially now. Our 8 is... Yeah, we have a really small straight. Really odd. 5-4 I will fold. We're ahead where he can fold some hands, still small blinds. Pocket sevens. Oh. An ace, a weak ace though, but an ace nonetheless. On the button even. Another ace, yay. And we flop an overcard and a 5 mixes the nuts. I assume he has like a 4 here, a 4 or 3. No, he just had the better ace. Yeah, let's fold this one as well. I did go on a tangent, or a rant, or whatever you want to call it, in the previous videos. I should have bet there, have to protect my hand here. As it's pretty easy for an overcard to come, he could easily have a flush here. Nope. So I'll just be talking poker in this session. I actually don't know what people prefer, if they prefer me talking about things or just if he leads out, he can have this. So just king high, wow. But I mean, I do understand that you watch this for poker, and I also understand that you watch this for just having someone talk in the background. I myself actually enjoy having someone talk in the background. Another jack comes, that actually busts our hand. The 7 is also a really scary card, but yeah. Sucks balls. I mean, we had to pair and the board pairing bust our hand, and then his kicker played. Ha ha ha. That's poker, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I had it in a live cash game, not me, but at our table. Um, I had King Jack. Flop comes Jack 10 5. First guy checks. I'm on the bottom, by the way. First guy checks. Second guy bets. I call, and then the first guy re-raises. And I'm really suspicious about that, especially seeing that the guy before me called as well. He reflop a set. We have a really strong hand. Want him to bet into here. Let's make it an overbet. I mean, sadly enough, he just didn't have anything. Ace queen, pretty good hand, so we'll raise it up. Want to play big pot. It's the very first time we 3-bet as well. Jack 7 is fine. Anyway, I had King Jack, so I folded top pair second kicker. And then on the turn came, the guy let out himself, and the other guy shoved. He also had King Jack, and on the turn he got a flush draw with it, so that's why he shoved. And the very first guy had 2 pair, so he had 10-5. So he had 2 pair, and the turn was a 4 of diamonds, and the guy had King Jack of diamonds, so that's why he shoved there. I mean, he had the second nut flush draw, he had top pair with second kicker. He assumed it was decent. Decent enough to shove at least. So the guy with 2 pair obviously called, was miles ahead, just had to dodge him out, and the board paired. So I think that's, oh, we have a double bell buster, nice. And we get there. It is a flush though, so that's a bit scary. The guy is just leading out. What? Oh, I need to hit a 5, of course. Wow. I just called off 300 chips or something with nothing. Wow, I'm terrible. Wow. See, that's what you get when talking. Basically the board paired with a 4 on the end. So 4-4 running fourth. Which made the Jack a higher pair. A higher 2 pair than 10-5, so the guy's hand was bust. And the thing is, I do have something here, so I mean, he can easily have a 9 and overpair to my 3s. I have to give it up there. And the thing is, I didn't notice. So the guy with the 10-5 was like taking the chips, and I'm like, oh wait, you didn't win. It's like, oh goddamn. And they just generally didn't notice. I mean, I have played with them often. They are fine players, obviously, but sometimes it's not easy to notice something like that. We flop top pair, we flop 2 pair basically. King queen beats us, but that's about it. Maybe ace jack, but the odds are pretty low, seeing as we already have an ace of our own. Oh, we'll call once, see what comes. Just a bunch of trash. It's just a bunch of more trash. He can easily take this, but I mean, he's big stack, he can risk his chips if he wants. An ace comes, I assume he doesn't have an ace, and split pot. I will fold this. And I also witnessed, and I also found that really odd. On the river there's like 4 to a straight out there, there's a flush possibility, and one guy shoves. Then the second guy calls, and he says something like, this is probably cooler, but he just calls. I mean, he's basically also in. And then the last guy, there were still 3, was thinking, and eventually he folds. And I'm curious what he folded. He said, I folded 2 pair. And I'm like, what the hell are you thinking about with 2 pair? One guy shoves on you. We flop 2 pair, by the way. One guy shoves on you. Come on, 3-bet me. Nope. One guy shoves, the other guy calls. There's like 4 cards to straight out there. A flush possibility out there. They aren't shoving with nothing. and especially not calling with nothing. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna shove here. We do have an ace-9. Assume he has nothing. If he has an overpair, he can call, but I mean, my ace is probably good. And it's a hard call for him to make, even with an ace. How good is his ace? Stuff like that. We did hit a king here, so we have shown a lot of aggression, so we can easily call here, but he doesn't. Another king, nice. That's a bit too high. And then it's also the very first time I saw that guy, and the only time I saw that guy, so yeah. But it's just fun to be really odd. I'm like, okay, sometimes two pairs really good, but when a board is, I think the term is wet or something like that. If a board is wet like that, I mean, 4 cards to straight out there, you gotta be scared, and then especially when two people already shoved. A jack is fine, 9 connects to us, but I mean the straight gets there. So yeah, the 9 is good, but I mean there's no point in betting here. Jack does one play. I mean sometimes two pair is good, but sometimes you just uber garbage. Just no point in even considering that. I mean, what does he have to put both of them on? I mean, if one guy shoved, you can say like, yeah, he's just trying to make a play or something. We flop the nuts, by the way. So we'll just call, hope no heart comes. We'll just check. We'll raise here, hope he shoves. We do have the nuts. Yeah, we do have the nuts. He actually has the nuts in well as well. What are the odds, right? King Jack, pretty good hand. Yeah, terrible flop. We get an open ender. We get a king. I mean, there's no point betting. He's not gonna call anyway with a hand like that. I mean, maybe a7. Yeah, I'm willing to shove here. I do have a suited ace. I mean, a shove is a bit stupid for me, I guess. What is he gonna call with, right? Just a better hand. We hit a 10. I have 3 bets here. I'm 4 betting. If he shoves, I'm calling. Yeah, he has done this before with total garbage, so I assume he had total garbage as well. I mean, last time board it like this, he was willing to 4 bet and 3 bet on it, or 4 bet my 3 bet, which is why this time I wasn't giving up. I mean, last time I had almost the same. I also had a pair there. So yeah, if he shoves here, it's pretty hard for me to call. So I should have just limped, I guess. 7-9. Is he just gonna shove every time? I mean, one time I'm gonna have a hand, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna call a shove here. Jack 5, I'm not gonna call a shove, obviously. I hate the hand. 8-4, I'm not gonna call a shove. I mean, 1 point I will have a hand where I can call the shove, but I mean, just Jack. With a queen I would have called, but a Jack isn't great. We'll just call, give him a free flop, see if he wants it. He doesn't, he just wants to keep in raking chips. He is way too aggressive with a short stack like that. I mean, he's shoving like almost every hand he gets. We do have an ace here, so hope he shoves, obviously we call. And he just has a king 7, so he flops the 7 of course, because it's us. Pretty annoyed at that. Again, of course it's a 40% hand, but why aren't you shoving here, man? Just shove, shove, you can do it. Only have queens. He folded. We'll fold queen 3. So yeah, wow, that's odd. I mean, some players are good that I play with, some people just aren't that great. I mean, when would you ever make play like that? I mean, this guy is so aggressive, shoves way too late. And we're even stacked because he won a 40% hand. Obviously we shoves here, I'm calling, have an ace. And a pretty strong one at that. 6-10. I'm willing to see a flop, I guess, but 6-8 I'm not. A lot of folding going around. Just the flow of the game currently. Queen deuce, yeah. I mean, we're even stacked. He shouldn't actually be shoving this lightly, but he is. We flop top pair, so yeah. I'll call. I have top pair. He has middle pair. And he doesn't get there, so yeah, as I said, he was playing way too aggressive, and it cost him. So, I mean, you can play some hands aggressive, but you can't keep it up. If you keep playing too aggressive, I'll call whenever I have top pair, and your aggression will cost you. Of course, you can get lucky. Of course, you can actually have a hand, but the odds are that when I do finally make a hand, you don't have it. So, yes, see you for the next one.